We're cooking with Crisco now. I'm going to move that back slightly. So my friend that made me this hat is making me another one, a white and hot pink. And I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. Y'all have no idea. I can't wait. I'll move you guys over there. We're going to start some card reads. We're going to do some things and some stuff. Let's see. What do we want to do? What do we want to do here? Why do I have to have choices? I don't need, I mean, I like choices, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know if I need choices. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for all the gifts. Okay. So let's do this. Michael Plum is first. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. So one of the things that I realized yesterday when I hit the wall is that there's a few things that need to change around me. So, yeah, expect that to be a thing. Y'all about to get the old Bodie back. Just so you know. All right, Michael, you ready? It was interesting because before the live, I haven't read with these cards in a while. And so I took them out of the deck. I pulled some cards for myself, which I really don't do anymore. I don't know why. But they were spot on. They were spot on. And I had one, the very first one I drew, flew out, bounced off my thumb, was upside. It was crazy. I just had one do that here. So, Michael, you've got an interesting card back here at the end. So, let's talk about this. So you start off with the Berserker, the warrior, which is where you are right now. What we're doing here is what March brings, what's going to bloom for you in the spring, what March is going to bring. Right now, you're in a spot of having to be the warrior, having to be almost a crazy, frenzied type of get everything done. Oh, he's asleep. Well, then I'm so glad that I'm on YouTube and he is the very first one. Did I want to be on sub only? I did not. Thank you for that. Let me fix it. I hate this. There we go. Kabam. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tosh. I appreciate that. So, Michael, right now you're in this berserker warrior, almost frenzied aspect of things with life. And I said things with life because it's literally everything. It's not one particular area of your life or another. You feel like there's so much going on. It's almost overwhelming and you're just having to throw yourself in. That literally berserker energy. What March is bringing is a couple of different things. These came out like this. Okay. The top one is the crafty mead of poetry. We're going to talk about the bottom one in a second because this is what March is bringing in. The first part is you finding a more poetic way of handling all of this bullshit that is and has been piled on you. Instead of, I know I'm going to yawn. There it is. I knew it was coming. Instead of all this crazy energy, all this go, go, go till you drop energy. It's almost like going from flash dance to a waltz. Like you are learning how to navigate it to where you're just dancing around all of this bullshit that you don't really need to be. There's a big shift coming for you in March with what you are willing to accept and what you are willing to give your energy to. What comes along with this is this right here, and this is the Fiery Wrath card. What this means is that there's another yawn. That was a terrible, ugly face, and I am so sorry that y'all had to witness that. When you start moving from this berserker type crazy energy to this waltz, to this let's move along, and no, you don't need my energy, and yes, you can have some of it, etc. It's going to make you angry. And it's going to make you angry because you're going to realize a lot of these things that you were giving your energy to that were keeping you in this constant state of berserker energy, this constant state of go, go, go crazy energy, you didn't have to give your energy to. So it's going to make you angry. I'm not going to lie. It's going to make you angry. Once you get through that, what's going to bloom because of that? And you need to feel that anger. You need to feel it. You need to process it. You need to accept it, and so on. Don't just ignore it. Don't just go, oh my God, this makes me angry, and I'll push the anger down, because no, you have to deal with that energy. You have to deal with that anger. If you don't, it's just going to fester. In dealing with that anger, why am I yawning again? Okay. I haven't really been talking that much. There's no reason for me to be yawning. And I slept like 9.5, 10 hours last night. So the fact that I keep yawning during your reading, especially talking about all of this energy, all the berserker energy, and you just run, tells me that you're absolutely exhausted. You're absolutely exhausted. I kind of can't wait for you to hit this waltz phase. See? The fuck? You have to be angry. You have to feel the anger, and you have to process it, because what's coming your way because of it is temperance. This ability to look at everything and go, okay, yes, that made me angry because this person was taking over my energy. Yes, this did this. Yes, did that, etc. But it's because I allowed it to happen. So now I have to fix it. It's literally a good linear progression here of what March is bringing. And really, what it's going to continue into. This is an awesome progression, and it's kind of one of these. But as far as the energy you're giving out, what I love is this last card here, because once you hit this temperance, once you hit this energy, once you hit this, okay, let's kind of chill out. This is the card that hit my thumb and landed upside down. This is darkness and fog. So this being upside down tells me that by you finally getting into this waltz, really? Seriously? By you getting into this waltz, by you having this anger, this fiery wrath, and then you getting into this temperance, whatever this dark bullshit is, this fog that's been hanging over you, especially with all of this crazy berserker energy, that's finally lifted. That's finally lifted. So I love this. I love this for you. And I have a feeling that this is something you're going to have to hit this breaking point first. You're going to have to hit this breaking point first. I would bet at the end of March, when this is done, you're probably not going to recognize who this person was over here in February. You're going to look back and be like, man, I can't believe I let myself get to that level. But you have to get mad, and you have to feel that anger first. So I don't know who it was that said that he's asleep because he's got to be awake in just a little bit to go to work. Make sure that, I hope you're still here. Make sure that he feels this energy. Make sure that he feels this anger, this wrath, because that's part of moving forward. That's part of moving forward. So, yay. Hey, Twitch Wolf. Again, tell him thanks for making me yawn so damn much. Thanks for making me yawn so damn much, Michael. But he's definitely got to feel this energy. Okay. Twitch Wolf, are you you guys live in the same house? Gotcha. So Michael, as you're watching this later, just cut it off right here. Make sure he has a healthy way to take that anger out, because when he starts moving into this waltz aspect, yeah. Oh, thank you. One of you guys got it faster than I am. So here's the thing, guys, because I turned the sub chat only off, y'all are going to see the trolls pop in. Okay. When the trolls pop in, I would like for you guys to do what you did last night and drown them out with love. Okay. Because I am in the fiery wrath mode right now, and it won't be very pretty. Yeah. I love that people talk about, oh, necromancer cards. Really? First of all, it tells me you have no idea what the term necromancer is, does, stands for, etc. And I guarantee you that something in your own culture and your own practice is technically considered necromancy. Any type of ancestor work, talking to the dead, etc., is technically considered necromancy. So before you come in and troll, with the stupid comments that tell me you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Google. I fully appreciate trolls that know their shit. You know what I mean? Technically, Jesus was a necromancer. I mean, so there's that. All right, Valerie Phillips. I have 2 reads for you. Sass, is that correct? Okay, the second one is for Zayden. Gotcha. Woo, okay. You can just stay. You know what? We're going to leave it because that's where you fell. Yeah. Dude, I was a professional gamer for a long time. If you're going to troll my ass, you better come with your A game. Just saying what I'm saying. That's thunder. Sweet. That was some big old thunder. It's still going. Let's look at the weather, shall we? Donna may get to experience her first Oklahoma thunderstorm. Thank you, love. Ooh, we got all about to hit. Maybe that's why I'm like, ooh, it's about to get noisy here. Just so y'all know. Ooh, it is right over my ex's house with where my kid is right now. I hate that, even though it's just rain. But it's a pretty good, ooh. Yeah, when it hits here, it's going to be loud. It's going to be loud and noisy. Here we go. All right. Miss Valerie, here's yours, okay? So you have 2 cards here at the beginning, even though this other one technically was the 3rd. It flew out and landed over here on this first one. So right now, you're in an aspect. This is the reconciliation card, okay? The reason I say that is right now, and I have a feeling that it's not complete. It's like this kind of teetering reconciliation. the present card landed, flinged out and landed like this. So it landed on top of this like that. My OCD makes me line all my cards up. Whatever this is right now, this reconciliation, it has popped up and you're unsure if you really want to go through with it or not. You're unsure if it's worth your time, if it's worth your energy, and if this situation even deserves to have you back in it. So you're kind of going back and forth like, I don't know if I really want to do this or not. This is where you are right now in this like teetering, looking back and forth at it. Okay. What March is bringing in? March is going to be a volatile month for you. Okay. Because what's funny is this reconciliation and this present of I'm not sure what I want to do with it. It's almost like it kind of gets tabled a little bit. March is going to be volatile for you. It's volatile in that the first card here is creativity, novelty, and artistic struggle. Whatever this situation is, it's really going to weigh on you throughout March. It may be something where you're like, okay, yes, I'll reconcile. No, I won't. Yes, no. You kind of go back and forth, testing the waters, weighing back and forth. And here's the thing. According to all of these cards here, especially this one, I don't feel like that's the wrong thing to do. I'm actually going to tell you that with this reconciliation, I literally would suggest kind of testing both sides of the water. Dip your toe in over here and dip your toe in over here. Look at the reconciliation aspect. Whatever the situation is, give it a little bit of a chance and say, okay, if I were to come back to work for you, if I were to hang out with you again, whatever, lost connection. Glad I'm on the YouTube. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so let me pull YouTube off over here so I can actually see the comments. There we go. Hey. All right. Are we back on TikTok yet? Nope. Nope. All right. Well, I'm on YouTube. I was trying to wait a little bit, but now I've got a few rings I got to get through. Let's try this. Apparently, I'm just going to continue to break TikTok tonight. Let's fix the hat. Let's fix the bangs. Let's fix the hat. All right. There we go. Guys, I am streaming on YouTube. Okay. I'm streaming on YouTube. That's funny. I just watched my viewers go down like 30 because of that. I'm on YouTube. YouTube isn't freezing or doing that shit. It is subscriber only mode. Just so you know, because usually when I'm on YouTube, I get the weird, XXX trolls. I'm not down. So I am on YouTube. Okay. If this keeps freezing, which we all know it will, because TikTok doesn't like my energy apparently. So yeah. Anyway. All right. Miss Valerie. I'm going to tell you that it's a good thing for you to kind of go back and forth with this reconciliation. Do not make a solid decision right now. That's why this present card is kind of whopper jawed a little bit. You don't need to make a decision in this moment right now. This creativity, this novelty, this artistic struggle. This is what March is going to kind of bring in for you. It's a good thing wrapped in a weird package. And here's why I say that. It's a good thing because it's almost like you've been complacent up to now. Just kind of floating along, doing what you need to do. You're pushing forward, but in a weird way. So literally, it's just almost in a rut, but not quite, if that makes sense. One of the other aspects that March is bringing in for you with this, and this is why I said that you need to go back and forth. Knew that was coming. you need to go back and forth with this reconciliation, because this card right here is the undermining of confidence. This artistic struggle is going to undermine the confidence that you had in this rut you've been in. Does that make sense? A lot of times when we get in a rut, part of being in a rut is that we get too confident in said rut. Well, nothing's ever going to change. I'm going to be in the rut and stay in the rut. So fuck it. So we get very confident in that attitude. You need this shakeup. You need this shakeup. Okay? So when this undermining of confidence happens in March, it's okay. It needs to happen. We all kind of need to be put on our butt every now and then, trust me. It happens to me a lot because my Capricorn ass rushes forward, and then the universe is like, bitch, you rushed forward the wrong way. You need to be over there. Sit on your fucking ass. Let me move your pillow over here, and then you can get up and go on about your merry little way. I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but it's like you need this reset. It's a good shakeup. Because here's the thing that comes after this. This is the Thor card, and this is protection and strength and fertility. Now, not fertility as in, oh, you're going to get pregnant. Fertility doesn't always just mean pregnancy, guys. Fertility can mean abundance. It means planting the seeds of abundance. March is going to be an interesting month for you because it's a shakeup. It's an interesting month because it stops the things you were doing and shoves you back to where you need to be going. Okay? Does that make sense, love? So, who makes my hat? If you follow me on Instagram, there's a post where I tagged this hat, and I will put another picture tonight of the earrings in the hat, and I will tag her in it again. It is KK, the letter K, Girly Designs out of Portland, Oregon. And she does custom orders. She also has hats in stock that you can order from. And one thing I love about this is that the brim does have wire in it, so I can shape it. Yeah, she custom made this. I picked the colors. She custom made it. She also makes all kinds of crazy, amazing things. So yeah, she is a good friend of mine. Her name is Kimmy. Y'all be nice to her because she's fucking fantastic. She is absolutely the yarn goddess. I love the shit out of her. Make sure you tell her that you saw me wearing her hat. So I have the second reading for Valerie for your kiddo. Okay. Ready? Hey, Tiff. By the way, guys, today is Tiffany's birthday. Pure Light Alchemy there. It's her birthday. She is a whopping 24 today. I want you guys to tell her happy birthday. Send her all of the good vibes and the good luck and the birthday wishes. No spankings. We're not spanking the Tiffany, but we are sending her all the good love. Gotta love my Tiff. You hear the thunder? All right. Everybody on YouTube saying happy birthday to Tiff. You can't drink out of this mug and not feel just a little fairy-like, not feel just a little magical. Absolutely a Fae Bait mug. Absolutely a Fae Bait mug. All right. So you said his name is Zayden. I love that name. That's like really badass too, by the way. All right. Can y'all hear Belkin over there? I think it's cute. All right. Here we go. So his first card, their first card, I'm so sorry. You did say it was your son. Yeah. I don't want to be incorrect with pronouns. Their first card is decision, performance, and impact. So this right here tells me that there's a big decision currently right now that's weighing. I have a feeling that they're not telling you. I have a feeling that they're not telling you how much this decision is weighing on them. I think you know, but they're not telling you the depth of the worry, the depth of the overthinking every aspect of this decision. I'm curious because for me, this with all of this, it's almost like this is a decision about moving forward after school. But I feel like this is a decision that doesn't have to be made right now, but he feels like it does have to be made right now. So here's the thing. What March is bringing in is this. This is the omniscient advisor and counselor card. March is bringing in a new way of looking at this situation. There's all the rain. I would almost say that March is bringing in a new way of looking at it because of someone else's advice, someone else's ideas in a good way. Okay. And this is not just a peer, somebody that's their age. This is somebody older. The reason that it's going to be a good thing, this is the past. So a lot of this is this counselor, this advisor that's going to come in is going to be able to say, hey, look, here's how I handled this in the past. Here's what I did. And while it may not be exactly what Zayden's going to do, it's going to be enough to help Zayden make that decision. It's also going to bring up some things that Zayden has dealt with in the past as well that are going to help shape how this decision comes about. The whole month of March is going to be overthinking for Zayden. I'm just letting you know right now. Overthinking every aspect of everything. What's interesting is that Pluto is going into Aquarius in March as well. And that usually signifies a big shakeup in life. What I love about it is that toward the end of March, what is that? I don't understand what's going on YouTube right now. Okay. All right. Here's what it is. What I love about it is that toward the end of March, you have this, which is treasure, beauty, and design. Zayden's going to be looking back this whole month at things that have gotten him to this point, things that have moved him to where he is right now, things that are going to move him going forward. This is an epiphany month. I would not be surprised if there is more than one epiphany that hit Zayden, just so you know. Be prepared for some interesting talks. Be prepared for some interesting talks. And try to look at things from a very neutral point of view when Zayden brings a lot of these to you. Does that make sense? A very neutral point of view in that you need to look at it in a good way and play devil's advocate for him. Okay? Because what's important about this decision and why all of these cards are talking about this decision and talking about this epiphany for March is because of this. This is the Master Craftsmanship and Diligence card. Okay. This is the Master Craftsmanship and Diligence card. And I love that you said that right then. Because this card right here tells me that all of this stuff here helps him to make this decision that sets him on the path to really utilize his talent, his skills, his abilities. So like I said, be very open in talking to him about this. Because it's going to shape what he does going forward. So I find it very interesting that you said that the counselor might be the thing that talks to him. And I think you and I have talked about this before, yeah? Hopefully I'm not froze again. Nope, yay. So one of the things with this, especially with that master diligence card, master craftsmanship and diligence card, he has a very intense, unique talent and skill that I don't know if it's that he feels like it's dumb. I don't know if my feathers are waving at you. I don't know if he just doesn't trust it yet or what. I knew this was coming. There we go. So having somebody that he can talk to about all of this, having somebody that can play devil's advocate, that can play both sides. Okay, yes, I support you in doing this. Here's all the good with it, but here's the bad with it. Come at it from a very, very neutral standpoint, because especially if it has to do with any type of spiritual gifts that he might have, talents, etc., he needs to know the good and the bad with it. He needs you to be honest with him about it. So yeah, it's cool that you can do this. And yes, here's all the ways you could help everything, but here's also this bad aspect. So you need to pay attention here and here and here, etc. Yeah. March is going to be a very interesting month for all of you in that house. All of you. All of you. So, like I said, Pluto is coming into Aquarius. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Did that make sense? Trying to explain to him. Okay, gotcha. I would definitely be honest, and I love you too, Riley Sue. I would definitely be honest and just explain, like, here's this, etc. And be very open and very neutral with it. Not specifically one way or another. Okay. Woo! I can tell that storm hit. Like I can feel that pressure right through here across my damn nose. He knows he might travel in his sleep. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you got to meet me today too. Or I got to meet you. Let me say it that way. Guys, I will be at the shop pretty much every day from now on. I won't be there next weekend because I will be in Arkansas. But, yep, I will be here every day. You're so welcome, Sweet Pea. And I am always more than happy to help if I can, okay? I haven't, Andrea. I have not had a chance to hit Hobby Lobby, girl. Because that doesn't just need a flimsy ass little frame. Like, that needs a good epic frame. And I can't wait to hang it in the shop. Woo! Listen to the rain. I can't remember. I know it's supposed to be a lot warmer tomorrow here. Yeah, see, it's already almost through. That's how fast this storm is moving. It's got to be like, holy shit. Like, I'm watching it on the radar move forward. Yeah, that's insane. Just in the time that I did his read, the main part of that storm moved from the highway, which is about 4 miles that way, over and just right past us. So, yeah, I would say this thing is probably moving like a good 60 miles an hour. The good thing is it's also kind of falling apart. It's getting wider, but it's kind of falling apart a little bit. It's not as strong. So that's good. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Azumi Boomy. Exactly. Exactly. I have not gotten them yet, Miss Riley Sue. All right, Tracy, you ready? So where you are right now is here. This is hospitality. I love you right back. This is hospitality, abundance, and currents. So you're in a hospitality mode right now. You are in this people pleasing. Everybody is right but me. You know, I'm always second, I'm always last type of aspects. Does that make sense? I don't think this is in a bad way either. I don't think this is in a bad way. I think that, and you'll see why, it's exactly what you need right now. We all have to go through an aspect to where it's almost like we give too much of ourselves. Thank you, love. I'm surprised it put the little crown on my hat. We go through this aspect where we have to learn to give too much of ourselves. In learning to give too much of ourselves, we learn exactly how much we have to give and how much we need to keep for ourselves. For ourselves. What March is bringing in is beauty and vitality. By knowing how much energy you have to give, by knowing how much you need to keep back for yourself, and by knowing, okay, you deserve my energy, you do not. By giving too much of yourself and being humble about it, it's almost like the people that need to see that amazing inner beauty you have, Tracy, are going to see it. I don't think a lot of people see it right now. I think that they take it for granted. You're getting a big energy boost in March. Massive energy boost in March. Which is good because the next card, thank you, Miss Joy. The next card is Scotty, which is hunt, it's ambition. This beauty and vitality, this beauty and you moving forward is putting you on a path. I don't think sometimes we get put on a path that we didn't realize we needed to be on until we get put on it. And then we get put on that path. We're like, holy fuck, why did I not know this was a thing? You're fixing to get set on a completely different path than where you thought you would ever be. And it's literally going to make you feel like this. This is the first human woman. Okay. Thank you, love. This is the first human woman. It's going to make you feel like a brand new person, like a brand new soul, a brand new everything. Not only I love this. Not only is this a brand new aspect of you, you're fixing to go through a major shift spiritually, a major shift as far as your spiritual path goes. Because the last card here is ambition and competitiveness. And what I want you to notice is what's on his chest, okay? Because the ambition card here so it's like this ambition right here is planted in your head. And at the end of March, It's solidified. You see it? March is going to be a major shift for you. March is going to be a major shift for you. I love where it's taking you because it's one of those shifts where you finding your path and you having it hit you in the way that it's going to hit you. You're going to feel so much more confident and just like, bam, powerful, amazing, fulfilled going forward. I love that you just said that your animal has shifted to a bear. That makes me happy. All right, heater. I can't. Gonna die. All right, Miss Christine Carver. I only have 3 drinks. So what's funny is, for those of you guys that aren't diabetic, you won't understand this. Those of you guys that are diabetic, you will understand this. I used to make fun of my mom all the time because my mom always had the biggest cup with her, a big, massive drink, right? We always used to laugh about it. Like we would, every time we went somewhere, if my mom did not have a drink with her, we had to stop and she had to get something or like 2 or 3 things, right? And I was always like, God, Mom, like, what the fuck? Why do you need so many drinks? Y'all, I carry like tea and pop and water and Gatorade and probably another bottle of water and all this shit. Water mix. I carry all this shit with me all the fucking time because I don't know how to explain this. And it is the weirdest feeling. And those of you guys that are diabetic, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. There are some times that I get thirsty and it's like a panic. I have to have something to drink right fucking now. It's a panic. It's usually either my sugar is high or my sugar is kind of low. And this is what I don't understand. When my sugar is low, I crave water and I'm drinking all the water, which drops your sugar even more because meat sacks are stupid. But I digress. So yeah, I'm always carrying at least 2 or 3 drinks with me any given time. So yeah. So I'm proud of myself that I only have 3. Technically I have 4, but 2 of them are the same thing and they're not open. I hear somebody's car alarm going off. Ooh, okay, Christine. You flung a card out at me right off the bat there. Your son is type 1. Yeah, it's really weird. It's the weirdest fucking thing. And like when I first got diagnosed, I didn't understand. And so I didn't want to be my mom and carry like all these drinks with me and stuff. But I carry this like everything bag with me that has just all kinds of random shit in it. But I always have like 4 kinds of candy and cookies and this and this and this. Yeah. My oldest son was making fun of me. He's like, I can't believe for a diabetic, you have candy all over the fucking place. Well, I'm lucky in a way in that it's not that my sugar gets too high and stays too high. My sugar crashes. My sugar crashes because I have shifted my body to where my metabolism moves faster. Not as great as y'all might think because a sugar crash can make you panic just as bad as it going up because you feel helpless. So, yeah. All right. Miss Christine. Interesting. So here's where you are right now. You ready? This is the card that flung out. This is Temperance, and notice that it's whopper jawed upside down. That's interesting. Like it literally flung out of the deck. So you're in a spot right now where you're kind of fed up with some things. So instead of being sweet and calm and passive about it, it's now to the point where you're about to blow. You're about to break. You're about to the point of, fuck this. I'm going to do and say what I need to say. Not quite, but almost. It's whopper jawed down there. What March is bringing in for you? Let me back up for a second. The reason that you're feeling like this is because there are some things that are almost out of control. When we lose control of something, and it's not that I'm saying that you're a control freak. It's not that I'm saying you've had to have a control on this situation, this person, whatever it is. When we start to lose control or our situation that has always been changes, we start to panic a little bit. It's always been this way. Now it's not this way. I don't know how to act because it's always been this way. It's going to shift and change for you. What I love about this is you don't quite get to that fuck it all point. It just kind of stays whopper jawed right there. However, what March is bringing in for you is clarity and novelty. It's more the clarity part that I'm excited about for you because I know it's something you've been seeking for a long time. March also brings in reassurance and protection. You realize with this clarity and novelty that even though things are shifting, even though they are not the same as they were, even though things are so much different than you thought they would be at this point in your life, you're really protected as well. It's like that reassurance that you can continue to be exactly who you need to be, that you could shift, change, do everything you need to do, and you're still protected. You still have that support system in place. Towards the end of March, you have this card, which is the messenger of the gods. That to me signifies a massive epiphany. It's a message. It is processing all of the downloads that are coming your way. What I find even more interesting about it is this. As you're processing all those things, as you're getting all of this clarity and this novelty, this is the gateway and opportunity card. This clarity, this reassurance that you can do and be whoever it is you need to be, and this epiphany is going to lead you to a place where you have a decision to make about this epiphany. Now, the third word on this card is warning. So when this card pops up, yes, it's an opportunity. Yes, it's a chance to shift and to move and to do something different. But it does come with a warning, as in look before you leap. Really think about things. Pay attention to every aspect of it, because there is always negative to something. Nothing is completely good or completely bad. There's always the dark with the light. Make sure that you're seeing as much of both sides as you possibly can. Okay? It's going to be a very eye-opening March for you. A very eye-opening March for you. Not in a bad way. In an interesting way. You are so welcome. All right, let's turn this on again so I can roast. If I can just get it to turn, it would be great. Yeah, if you could just do the thing, it'd be great. Okay, well, I'm just going to roast for you right here. Or apparently not. This is going to kill me. There we go. All right. All right. Miss Tiffany, you ready? This is from Kathy. All right. So you had a few cards fling out. Why is my nose itching? Y'all quit talking about me. Quit. All right. Okay. Ready? So right now, where you're at is here. This is a position. Thank you, Miss Kathy. This is a position of being steadfast in your view, your ability, your way of thinking. It's also being very loyal. What March is bringing in is me yawning again. What March is bringing in first is this. This is clarity and novelty. This seems to be a theme. This is a big old deck. So for this particular card to keep coming out is very interesting to me. But hey, Afton, how are you, sugar? This right here, this clarity is something that I don't believe you've been seeking. And I don't believe it's something that you really even realize you need. But a lot of times we don't know we need it until that clarity hits. I just realized that these feathers match my hat perfectly. Sorry. Shiny squirrel. The clarity is not something you even realized you needed. The way these fell out was like this, okay? So you have the clarity and novelty on top, but underneath you have temperance. Once this clarity hits, it's going to change you and shift you in a way that, you know, when you see somebody go through this, well, let me words, pause, cut that, start over. Everybody has come across somebody in their path that's like a guru. We just know they're a much higher level than we are. We know. I cannot with the odds. We know when we go around this person, when we listen to this person, we see their videos, whatever it is, we know that they're just higher level than us spiritually. This is what this clarity is fixing to bring in, Tiffany. It's like a level up, but a lot of times when you have this type of level up and you have this type of temperance that comes with it, it's like a level up and a calm down at the same time. And the reason I say that is because towards the end of March, you have these two cards and they came out like this. So the one that's on top is Scotty, and this is ambition and the hunt. And notice that it is kind of whopper jawed, almost upside down. When you hit that kind of guru phase, and everybody goes through this, you hit this phase where everything just makes fucking sense all of a sudden. It's an epiphany phase. You're not seeking out things actively. It's not that you've lost your ambition, it's that you don't need it right now. You just need to be in all of these things, be in this temperance, be in this clarity. Underneath this is opportunity, and it's whopper jawed as well, kind of upside down. It's a chance for you to finally be on that plateau for a little bit. It's a chance for you to finally, it's like getting up on that plateau is a field of wildflowers that you can literally walk through and enjoy. And I think that this is a place that you need to be. So while March is going to be volatile for some other people, it's not for you. It's kind of a level up to chill. A level up to chill. And I feel like that's exactly what you need in life right now. So that makes me very happy. That makes me very happy. So yeah. How's that, Miss Tiff? You're so welcome, sweet pea. Happy birthday. All right, Miss Laura Gallardi. What is up with this? Why is this doing this? Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. I have to pay attention. Now I got to pay attention. All right. Miss Laura Gallardi, you ready? Kathy is like the sweetest soul, y'all. Kathy, I don't think that you realize how considerate and wonderful you are for everybody around you. I think people take you for granted way too much. I see you. Oh, are you laying on her? Uh-huh. You're welcome so much, sweetheart. Okay, that's like 5 cards. I just need fucking 1. Thank you. Okay. All right. Ready, Miss Laura? Ready? All right. So right now, you're starting off here. So this is treasure and beauty and design. I love you, Miss Kathy Poo. What I love about this is I don't even think you realize that this is where you are right now. You're in a part, I almost said part of your life, but I don't think that's right. You're in part of a path that is allowing you to be open to design your path going forward. I hope that made sense. Every one of us hits points, different points in our life where we can manifest every little thing that's fixing to happen with our path. You're there. That's where you are. A lot of times we don't realize we're there. In fact, I would bet that you have no idea that's where you are. What March is bringing in for you, and I probably just helped usher this in a little bit, is this informed decision. This is paying attention to where you're going. Why are you going there? Do you even want to go there? Making an informed decision on your path. I know just because I've talked to you a few times. Not that you yawn all the time. I know that your brain is constantly turning. Your brain is constantly working. Your brain is constantly trying to figure out which way to go. What do I do? Who do I? All the things. Your brain is wrapping around a situation in 952 different ways, where other people's brains may only wrap around it in 2 ways. Yours continues to just wrap. So when this epiphany hits you that you literally can manifest anything you want on your path going forward. It's almost overwhelming because your brain's going to overthink all of those damn ways. This is the steadfast and loyalty card. Don't change who you are in March. Don't change one iota of who you are in March. Period. Even if you're looking at making this big informed decision that I should do this or do that or whatever, there's no reason to. There's no reason to. You need to stay steadfast and loyal to who Laura is. Not who other people think you should be, not who they're pushing you to be, etc. You stay steadfast to you, okay? Because what March is bringing you at the end of March is this ambition and drive. And I have a feeling that this is something you've been missing for a while. You feel like it's been drained from you. You feel like no matter what you do, you can't seem to grab it back. It just keeps almost running away from you. So March is going to bring this back into your path. It's going to bring it back into your path. It's also going to bring this. This is sluggishness and procrastination. Don't fight this path. Don't fight this ambition, and don't let this stand in your way. Good night, Miss Katie, honey. Do not let this stand in your way. Okay? Because when this procrastination pops up, a lot of it is because you overthink everything. A lot of it is because your brain feels that it needs to wrap all the way around every little teeny tiny aspect of anything. Don't let that cause you to pause so far that you forget to be you. Because I have a feeling that's happened a lot. March is going to bring a very intense ambition to move forward. You got this. I know you got this. Sometimes it's literally having that hardcore talk with ourselves about getting up and doing the things. And other times it's literally just saying, look, bitch, get up and do the things. Get up and do the things. So yeah, I understand. I don't want to adult much either lately. I want somebody else. I want somebody else to make me to be an adultier adult. I need an adultier adult. So yeah. March is going to make you move. March is going to make you move, honey. Okay? It's going to come in the form of decisions that have to be made. So just know that that's a thing. Don't take too long on these decisions. Okay? Hey, guys. So my list is closed for this evening. So make sure that you guys, if you join my site, when we get new events up, you're welcome, Miss Laura, Sweet Pea. When we get new events up, you guys get first dibs. You should also subscribe to me on Linktree. You can get the Linktree on my profile because I usually give first dibs to site members. Linktree gets second dibs. Just saying. All right. Miss Tammy. You ready? So I have 3 cards for you, Miss Tammy. Aw, y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much. That's so weird, man. That storm moved through, like my whole nose sinuses is like just completely plugged up. Ah, the spring is gonna be terrible. Just letting y'all know. Thank you, love. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. All right. Ready, Miss Tammy? Is that you, my titanium Tammy? All right. Okay. So, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Sweet Pea? I know that you had kind of a really rough week. You okay? You good? You good? So, where you're at right now is this. This is judgment and final decision. This means that there's an aspect of your life that you are really, really better since the ER visit. Good. I'm glad, honey. You're really paying attention to and thinking, okay, I need to reevaluate some things. I need to look at some things. I need to be judging if this is really worth it going forward, or if I need to shift or just not do that or not go wherever. You're really in this aspect of trying to make a final decision about a situation. What March is kind of bringing in a little bit is interesting. I don't know if you feel like you're rushed to make this decision or you feel like someone is pushing you, whatever it is. But what March is bringing in is sluggishness and procrastination. It's okay to not make this decision right away. In fact, I would recommend not. I would recommend letting it sit and simmer in that noggin of yours and paying attention to all of the aspects that pop up about it, good and bad. Toward the end of March, you're going to see that this decision and all of these aspects, all of these procrastinating so you can look at every aspect of the situation, is because the future of your path depends on it. I didn't say your future. I said the future of your path depends on it. This is why I said I don't feel like I need to tell you to make this decision right now, because you don't. You need to just let it simmer. Okay? It's really an important thing in going forward. So think about all aspects of every bit of it before you make a decision, yes or no. Okay? A surgical decision. I got you. Let it marinate. Think about it for a little bit. Okay? You don't have to make a decision right away. I know that they're telling you have to. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, okay? With a surgical decision, I'm not a doctor and I don't do medical reads. So if they're telling you need to make the decision because of insurance, tell them you need a little time to decide. If they're telling you need this right away because of a medical issue, please don't wait. Okay? I would much rather you be okay. This may not be what the decision is. Take care of Tammy, okay? Make sure that you are good, okay? And if you need anything, you let me know, Tammy, okay? Okay? All right, Miss Kathy Mazzell. Wow, you had a card fall right out too. Oh, thank you for that, Miss Tammy, honey. I always have snacks. What you talking about? I love that some of you guys are like, I really needed to hear that. Sometimes we end up in the right place at the right time to hear exactly what we need to hear. I'm just saying what I'm saying. All right. Miss Kathy Poo. Damn, someone drank all my tea. Shit. All right, Miss Kathy Poo. You start off with a very interesting card and where you are right now. This is crossing between life and death. Now, I'm not saying that you are specifically on the verge of dying, because you're not. Crossing between life and death also has to do with death is a card of rebirth, guys. I know everybody will pull up the death card in tarot and go, oh my God, I'm going to die. No, death is rebirth. So is Diet Dr. Pepper. No, I'm just kidding. Death is rebirth, guys. You're on the line of staying where you're at and this massive rebirth. Here's this fucking card again. This is funny. I just looked down and was like, son of a bitch. Okay. What March is bringing in for you? And you can't make this shit up. This is also the clarity and novelty card. Like I said, you can't make this shit up. Y'all saw me shuffle. You can't make this shit up. March is also bringing a lot of clarity for you. I have a feeling that Pluto going into Aquarius is going to be way, way more intense than anybody really thinks. I'm just saying. Like I said, y'all, this is not a tiny deck. This is not a tiny deck. I'm pulling 3 or 5 cards, depending on the read, out of a deck of 84 cards. For this particular card to continue to show up in this very position, if you guys have noticed, because I noticed, it keeps coming up in what is March bringing for you? This very position. You can't make this shit up. Just saying. March is bringing you in an amazing amount of clarity and novelty, Kathy. It's also bringing this. This is an advisor, a counselor, someone that's really going to help you move forward through this clarity. It doesn't always have to be a spiritual person that comes in. And it doesn't always have to be someone that we have never met that comes in to help you make sense of this clarity, of this novelty, of this epiphany, of all this stuff and going forward, okay? Because at the end of March, what will be blooming for you is interesting. I hate that when I make my cards all pretty and in line and then I hit them. Damn Bodhi. Anyway, this right here is sideways. This is artfulness. What March is bringing in for you, is a pause in that. A pause in that artful way of looking at everything. This is going to be weird, but don't freak out, okay? It's also bringing in this, and this is the Nightmare card. Don't freak out. There is an aspect of your life, of you, your way of thinking, that if it were to shift, if it were to stop, if it were to no longer be the massive part of you that it is, you feel like it would be a nightmare. But with this clarity and novelty, with this counselor, with this artfulness being paused. You're going to find that shift happens. And you're going to find that it's not quite the nightmare you thought it was. You're going to find that while it may seem horrible on the outside, while it may seem just an aspect that you don't even want to deal with, you're going to find that not only does it make a lot of sense, but it's exactly where you need to be. Do I feel like something horrible is going to happen? No. This is just a shift in you and your way of thinking. So that's why I was like, hey, don't freak out, okay? There's an aspect to your life that's going to shift within you. Okay? We might see a darker Kathy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for darker Kathy. Yeah, I don't know. All right, Miss Karen, are you ready? Hey, love. Congratulations, Baxter. Hey, Karen, how are you, sweetheart? Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. I love you, Kathy Poo. Thank you for the feathers. Okay, now look, I am super excited to read with you guys too. And I know that you are overzealous on pulling cards tonight because I haven't read with you in a while, but I'm going to need you to simmer down. Simmer down. All right, ready? Okay. Miss Karen, right now, you're in a place of fairness and judgment. And I actually don't think that this judgment is bad. We're not supposed to judge others. We're just not. However, sometimes it's required. Sometimes it's required. This tells me that there is somebody, something, some situation in your life right now that you're having to really try and be fair when you're looking at every aspect that's surrounding it. It's okay to use your judgment, to use your gut to make a decision on this. Guys, you should always trust your gut 100%. Okay? 100%. Because what March is bringing in for you, Karen, is conflict and counsel and justice. This fairness and this judgment, having to deal with this situation, it's exactly where you need to be, because this conflict that's going to come through and this justice with this situation, you don't really need to worry about doing much to make that happen. It's just going to happen. What's funny is I feel like this is with a person. Not only do I feel like it's with a person, but I feel like you're having to be the bigger person. I feel like you're having to be the bigger person in this situation, and you just keep on kind of telling the universe, like, what the fuck? Like, why can't they get their justice? Why aren't they getting their karma? I've been doing what I'm supposed to do. I've been turning the other cheek. I've been letting them walk the fuck all over me. Like, what? March is going to be bringing some interesting shit. And I swear to fuck, did we not just talk about this goddamn clarity card? You can't make this shit up. March is also bringing you in a lot of clarity. Notice, though, it's after this conflict and judgment card. It's after that, justice, that justice card. So once this conflict happens, once this justice happens, that is when the clarity goes. Epiphany. Okay? When that epiphany strikes, honey, it's going to bring you back to a whole new you. It's going to bring you back to this. You guys know when you go through like this amazing epiphany about yourself, your life, everything, suddenly you feel like you're 5. You feel like you're brand new to whatever this situation is. You're brand new to this relationship, to this job, to this house, whatever it is. It's a brand new way of looking at things. It's also bringing in reassurance and protection. So with this conflict and this justice, the clarity, and you getting back to this new way of looking at things, etc., it shows you where you have been right all along. It's reassuring, and that your gut has been saying this, and it was spot on. It also shows you where you're amazingly protected, Miss Karen, my friend. So March is going to be kind of interesting right at the beginning, but fan-fucking-tastic overall. Okay? I hope that's what you needed. Wanted? Needed? Yeah. All right, Miss Carrie. See if we can get this fucking card to come out again. Good. I'm happy, sugar. All right. Hey, Carrie. How are you, Shug? I'm not doing 9 cards. Nope, too many. I would have let it go if it had just been 2. But you're getting a little overzealous, sir. Tiff, go to bed, baby. Go to bed. Sass had you up too early. Damn, Sass. We love you, sweet pea. Go to bed. Oh. Yeah, I haven't been putting as many tickets on my lives lately just because I energetically have been overwhelmed a lot lately. So yeah, I haven't been putting as many tickets up. That'll change. All right. Miss Carrie, quite contrary. All right. So you're starting with this. You are in a place of beauty and vanity right now. I'm not saying you're conceited, okay? You're in a place where you're seeing the beauty in life around you. You're seeing the vanity in life around you. You're seeing the good and the bad. Now, I know that sounds very generic, like, well, everybody sees that. No, everybody doesn't see that. Everybody doesn't see that. Right now, you're literally seeing all of it. You're seeing the split down the middle. What March is bringing in for you is a reconciliation in your way of thinking. And I have a feeling that this is something that you've probably needed for a while. I love you too, Jess. Good night, sweetie. This reconciliation is something you've needed for a while. I'm not going to go too in depth with it because it's something that you need to experience and feel. But I'm just going to say this. This reconciliation is going to be in the way that you look at the world. Okay? Does that make sense? In the way that you look at the world. Fix the brim there. There we go. It's also bringing in a lot from the past. So in shifting the way you look at the world and shifting how you see the beauty, the bad, the good, everything with the world around you, it's going to really make you think about the past as well. Now, I'm not saying that a bunch of things from your past are going to come up. I'm not saying that you're going to sit and dwell in the past. It's just going to be bringing a bunch of things up. Okay? And by bringing a bunch of things up, these are going to be aspects like good memories from when you were a kid, traumas, shadow work. March is going to be a time of you really paying attention to the past and how it's affecting you right now, today, in this moment. Okay? What it's bringing in toward the end of March, what this is turning into. This is the Odin card, and this is the omniscient. I can't ever say that word. It's the top. It's wisdom. It's knowledge. It's insight about the past, about how it shaped you into be exactly who you need to be. I know you guys hear me say it all the time, and I try to say it all the time, but sometimes we don't believe things until we have experienced them ourselves. March is going to be the time where it's like you get that wisdom of why you are where you are, why you went through what you went through, why you've experienced what you've experienced, what brought you to the threshold where you're at right now. Because this card here is currents, like moving currents. It's also intuition and information. I'm glad you know what I mean. So March is going to be a month of you really looking back and reconciling a lot of things in the past. It's going to be a very great month for shadow work for you, my friend, okay? Pay attention to these things when they pop up. Deal with them. Feel them. Let them go so they don't go back in there and fester anymore and you have to bring them up again in 6 months, a year, whatever. Okay? That makes sense, love? And you didn't get the clarity and novelty cards. Oh, you're so sweet, Trisha, honey. You're welcome so much, sugar. All right, Tracy Cooley, you ready? I think Tracy is my last 5 card. Well, I'll be in some cool places this year if you're wanting to come see me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. How are you, Miss Tracy? Okay. Thank you for the little blue hearts there, JS. All right. We ready, Miss Tracy? I want to have the heater on me all the time, but A, I don't want Donna and the dog to freeze over there. And B, if I have it on me, I'll be over here like snoring in 5 minutes. It used to be if I got really cold, then I wanted to go to sleep. Now, if I get warm, I just want to curl up in the blankie and snore. That's exactly what would happen. Thank you, Miss Teresa. All right. We're all going to identify with this. You ready? Ready? Miss Tracy, where you are right now is that you literally feel like the Lord of Misfits. All the broken people are falling in your path, in your lap, on your head. Everybody that is a misfit, that doesn't fit in, is in your circle. You are the Lord of all the misfit toys. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this. But after a while, you have to weigh, can you really fix all the broken toys? Do you need to fix all the broken toys? What March is bringing in for you is a major dose of feminine intellect. With the feminine intellect, this is a very deep connection to the divine. It's a very intense connection to the divine feminine. What I do find interesting, though, is this, because this card came out sideways. This is reassurance and protection. Reassurance? Okay, you know what I'm saying. I'm having words issues this evening. I'm just letting y'all know. Just laugh along with me. Like, what the fuck she say? I don't know. Just keep going, okay? With this feminine intellect. And I missed big dogs so much for that grumbly, deep. I miss that. I love it. In a year or two, I may be like, oh my God, stop. But right now, in this moment, I love it. Okay. See, she even said, yeah. Did you hear it? Yeah. So, Miss Tracy, it's interesting that this reconciliation card, not reconciliation, reassurance and protection is sideways, because I have a feeling that by you having this massive dose of divine feminine come in, you really feeling all of these feminine wiles. Hey, Chris, how are you, sugar? I love you right back, honey. I haven't had a chance to nerd through lives a lot lately. Normally I come in and watch yours for a little bit, and I haven't had a chance to. So I know I'll catch you when things here kind of like chillax a little bit. Y'all make sure that you go follow Chris there, okay? Give him some support, some love. He's a fantastic reader as well. All right. Sometimes we need that protection to feel like it's sideways so we can up our own protections. This right here, I'm in this spot right now. I get it. And it's not like when you just level up, you're going to get out of that. No, as you level up, your protections, your wards, what you need levels up with you. Thank you for the butterflies, love. So You know that you've hit this big feminine intellect part in March where you start feeling like your protections may not be really in place as much as you thought they were. Okay? Trust your gut. Toward the end of March, what this is going to give you is a lot of temperance, a lot of calm in looking at all of these situations. So in losing, or that, not losing, there we go. And our protections needing to shift, we get a lot calmer. We have like the freak out at first, and then we kind of get a lot calmer about it. It's also going to bring in a lot of fairness and judgment, meaning that this temperance is going to show you where there's a lot of things, especially with some of these misfits that are taking advantage of you a little too much, where you need to be fair and let them go on about their way. Judgment wise, do they really deserve your energy anymore? Okay. Does that make sense? March is going to be an eye-opening thing for you. It's going to be an eye-opening thing for you. So. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right, Miss Starr. I'm going to quit yakking so much. Can't help it. And it would be helpful if I didn't. There we go. Thank y'all. I absolutely adore these earrings as well. People have sent me some of the coolest fucking earrings lately. Makes me have to make a decision on what I'm going to wear. All right, ready? So, right now, you are in a mode of keeping all the secrets. This is the keeper of secrets. You know way more than you let on. I think that you know more secrets about the universe, more secrets about people around you, more secrets about life. You just know a lot of things. And what's funny is I was going to say that you feel like it's not the time to let them out, but I don't think that's the case. I think that the confidence level, you don't want to seem crazy. And I think everybody here understands that on a very deep level. I have a feeling that you've leveled up tremendously, probably in the last couple of months, and March is going to be no exception. Because with this keeper of secrets, with this aspect about just knowing the things, knowing too much, you don't know who you can share this with and who you can't. What March is bringing you, honey, is reassurance and protection. The place that you need, the people that you need, the situations, etc., for you to be able to share some of these things and quit letting them weigh on your mind, weigh on your gut, whatever it is. At the end of March, though, I almost hate telling you this because I feel like you're already the protector of everybody. I feel like you're already that person that shoulders way too much because you are the protector. This is the Guardian. And this is also a protector card. So it's almost like March is preparing you to let go of a lot of this stuff that you've had pent up inside. Thank you, Sweet Pea. Thank you, Teardrop. So you can see where you have all this protection and have this reassurance that you're on the right path, going the right way, etc. Just so you can continue to be a guardian for everybody around you. It's a level up to your guardian skills and abilities, my dear Starr. Let me just say it that way. It's a level up. Hey, Iron Valkyrie, how are you? I'm hoping that doesn't mean more on your plate to protect. There's nothing worse than having too much on your plate. All right, Miss Andrea Vans, you ready? Does it come with new gear? Hey, it usually does. That is the good thing about leveling up. I love that you asked that. That is the good thing about leveling up. It usually comes with intense new gifts and abilities. So not only do you get all this new shit, you get all this other new shit that then you got to learn how to use so you can take care of the other new shit. Does that make sense? Shit. All right. Okay. All right. I know, right? Every time we hear that, we're like, yay, I get to level up. And then I get to figure out how the fuck to use all these other new abilities and gifts. And it's exciting. But at the same time, you're like, what if I don't want to? What if I just want to like enjoy the shit that I have? Good night, Miss Kathy, honey. All right. You ready? Here we go, Miss Andrea. Right now, you are at a path, not a path. You are at a spot, which is a gateway. Like you're literally at a gateway. There's an opportunity right here in your face. But the third word on here is warning. Every gateway, every decision, every change comes with a good and a bad. Okay. What March is going to bring to you is this. This is the beauty and vanity card. Now, I'm not saying you're suddenly going to be conceited about yourself. You may be conceited about your yawns. No, I'm just kidding. What it is with this opportunity, you suddenly start to see the beauty around you again, because I know that it's something that you've lost. And I know why you've lost it. We all go through it when we have something like that happen. So seeing this beauty and seeing it in the world around us gives us a massive dose of confidence. That's where this vanity part comes in. It's not a bad thing at all, because I think especially as far as your personal path goes, and I'm not talking about just spiritually. Thank you, love. I'm not talking about just spiritually. Your personal path. You've kind of lost that drive, that push, that fire to do it. And I get it. March is going to shift that for you. Okay? What I love is this last card. It is Whopper John, but notice that it's doing this, not the other way. This is treasure and beauty and design. March is going to bring about a shift of you finally seeing the beauty in the world again. It's going to bring about the shift of you finally smiling again. I was going to say all these other words, but that's really the best thing, of you smiling again. Of you really getting back into your own design work again. making things more beautiful. And I know that this is kind of long needed. Okay. I know that this is kind of long needed. So March is going to be a fantastic month for you, Miss Andrea. And it makes me very happy for you because I want this for you. I want this for you. You're so welcome, sugar. You're so, so welcome. We all love you, Sweet Pea. I love you right back, honey. Ah, I saw you down there. Crystal Martin, are you ready? That's too many cards, homie. Did you see that? It's trying to show all this. Like, I saw you down there. That's still too many cards. Oh, you bitch. Here I was like, oh, yeah, it just gave me one card. Tried to. There we go. Yeah, I knew I was about to mouth them some more. I'm going to mouth the cards. All right. Here we go, Crystal. And a pickle to top it off. Uh-huh. Okay. You also start off with right now, you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. This is a gateway. It's an opportunity. It's also a warning, just like every crossroads is. That's where you're finding yourself at right now. And I have a feeling it's a little intense. Aw, enjoy your day with them tomorrow, Andrea. You're literally at this crossroads. And like I said, I feel like it's a little intense on you. It's almost too much. What March is bringing for you is this. This is a messenger and a diplomat. Honey, March is bringing somebody into your life to help you navigate with this crazy decision opportunity crossroads. Kind of to hold your hand and help you through it. I have a feeling that this is in the form of just, and it's going to sound weird when I say it this way, but it's the only way I can think of it, and then I'll explain it more. Like a temporary friend. You know those people that come into your life, they kind of come in really quick. You're like instant best friends. They help you through some stuff, and then they're gone again. It's almost a twin flame aspect, but not as intense as the relationship type of twin flame. It's a twin flame aspect in that sometimes we just need someone to bring us in the message to get us where we need to go. We need the diplomat to help us see through all of the bullshit that surrounds a situation. That's exactly what March is bringing in for you. What that leads you to is treasure and beauty and design. So what I love about this, Crystal Honey, is that this messenger, this diplomat, even though they're not meant to stay very long, is going to help you find the amazing treasure and the beauty in this situation, in this decision. They're to help you navigate this warning aspect. And I think that is awesome. I think it's exactly what you need. So, enjoy your March, honey. Enjoy your March. Okay, Miss Crystal. Man, that heater is hot as fuck. Gonna die again. All right. Miss Sabrina Spalding, are you ready? Yeah. You're very welcome, Crystal, honey. All right, ready? Y'all ever notice how once I call out a card, I'm like, oh my God, this card is coming out all the fucking time. Once I notice that, once I pick it out, the card doesn't do it again. Have you noticed that? Because have you noticed that like the last couple of reads, that card hasn't popped out? Since I went on that big diatribe about that card popping out, it's like, oh yeah, bitch, well, I ain't coming out now. Like that's exactly where we're at. All right, Miss Sabrina. All right, so you start off with this. This is where you are right now. Now, please don't take this first word bad. Aging, healing, and maturing. I'm just reading the card. This is not always a bad thing, okay? This tells me that you have gone through an intense aspect of leveling up, an intense aspect of healing, of shadow work, of maturing in a way that you've probably looked around here lately and been like, I am just an adultier adult now. We all go through these phases, these changes, these shifts, and it's a good thing. Okay. What March is bringing in for you is this: forgiveness, mindfulness, and kindness. Usually when we go through these big level ups with healing, especially deep in ourselves, a lot of shadow aspect, we start to get much more kind. We start to get much more forgiving. We start to get much more mild in our responses to things. Not only in mild responses, just turning the other cheek, letting shit go, realizing I don't have the time, the energy, nor do I need to respond. I think it's very interesting because at the end of March, the card here, after you're in this mature adult phase, March is going to be very kind. March is going to be you being kinder to other people. Not saying you're mean, not saying you're mean. This is spring and new beginnings. I mean, March is spring. March is new beginnings. But what I love about this big healing thing that you've gone through right now, this big shift, this big level up, is bringing you toward an amazing new beginning as you roll into April. It's almost like, what's funny is as I was kind of looking at this, the reason I paused for a minute is because I have a feeling that this has to do with your job, with your career, with your path, with your finances. It's like some new tangible aspect that you do. Does that make sense? It's a shift, a new amazing shift. Okay, good. I'm glad that made sense because it was weird. Like as I was looking, I was like, oh, spring, new beginnings, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like all those clairs went off where it's like, yeah, it's because of this right here. So I don't know if this forgiveness, this kindness, etc. You're a nurse. Okay, got it. I don't know if this is letting go of some things with your current job or whatever, but I love this. Let's hope it's not a zombie apocalypse. Funny and not funny. I had to quit watching The Last of Us. I need to catch up. But like that, I could see actually more feasible than all the other ways that zombies are created. I'm just saying. Because that's a real fungus. It's a real fungus. All right. Kayla McKagan. So I only have a few more to go. I have Kayla, Courtney, Tiffany, Eric, Estella, Riley, and Sean. Let me refresh my list and make sure that I've got everybody. I would like for this to work. Thank you. Y'all didn't know I was going to sing to you, did you? All right. Here we go. Ready? You can't make this shit up. Ready? You also start off with aging and healing and maturing. Can't make this shit up. Then you have Messenger of the Gods. You're in a spot right now where you have this, I think that you're probably in the middle of it. This interesting healing journey going on that sometimes we don't realize when we're fixing to go down this healing path. We're like, you know what? I feel like I need to be working on myself. I need to be working on shadow work. I need to be working on, whatever. It causes us to mature without us even trying, without us even realizing. That's what's going on. I have a feeling that you've even looked back at a few things lately and been like, that was a pretty adult response. We all hit this level where we start to respond to things in a way that we go, that was pretty mature of me to say, to do, etc. And I think that's what you've hit repeatedly lately. What March is bringing in for you? This Messenger of the Gods card, I'm trying to kind of decipher a little bit. Because I don't quite think this is a person. Sometimes this can be a new spirit guide. Sometimes it's words. Sometimes this can just be an epiphany. Sometimes this can be a ton of downloads. It's something intense. Let me say it that way. It's a little more intense than if it was just a person, a friend, a relationship, whatever. This is a little more intense because of this last card, and we'll talk about it in a minute. It's going to come because of this healing journey you're on, and it's going to continue the healing journey that you're on. Does that make sense? Can't win for losing. Really? 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 Okay. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Thank you. The reason I say it's something big, the reason I say that it's not just a person, the reason that I say that it's also going to continue this journey is because of this last card. What's at the end of March here is treasure, beauty, and design. Tammy, sorry. I love me some South Park. That's a good troll right there. You come in with something awesome. All right. I keep pausing because I feel like this is something really hard. I keep pausing because I don't feel like March is this like happy, hunky dory, everybody be happy, everybody be whatever. This is you doing some very intense healing. This is you really, really delving down the rabbit hole. And I think when you come out on the other side, why do I keep feeling like there's artwork involved? While it's intense and while it's going to shift and change a lot, this is a masculine card. This is a dude. This is a masculine card. This is a dude. Notice that like they're both alone. It's very sparse. Do you notice that? This is where you end up. This is a beautiful, feminine, not alone card. Look at all the stuff surrounding this. All of the artwork, all of the flowers. Do you see what I mean? Do you see? So going through this intense healing is going to deliver you from all of this sparse, alone shit to something much better. So even though March is going to be a little tough, a little hard, mentally, emotionally, it's literally bringing you exactly what you're wanting out of the universe. Okay? Does that make sense? That makes sense, sugar? So sometimes you just have to walk through all the bullshit with your chin held up high, knowing that pretty soon you're going to come out of the monkey-filled forest in the Wizard of Oz into the poppy field. Okay? That makes sense? Good. I'm glad it makes sense. All right, Miss Courtney Harrington, you ready? Good night, Miss Sabrina, honey. Thank you, sweet pea. All right. Here we go, sugar. So where you are right now is literally the doorkeeper. This is the navigation card. You're in a guide position. You're in a guide position. What's funny is I don't think that you meant or want to be there. So that's why you got went. You didn't went to be there. You didn't mean or want to be there. Not in this aspect. In fact, I have a feeling you're probably tired of it. I don't want to do this anymore. This is dumb. Why am I the one? Why y'all coming to me? That's where you're at. What March is bringing you? What March is bringing you is this. This is the spirit of fire. This is literally putting a fire under your butt to shift, to change, to move forward. Because sometimes when we get put in this guide role, when we get put in this navigator, like let me help you find which way to go or whatever, we get put in this role. we end up forgetting our own path forward. We end up forgetting that we have to change and we have to shift to. So March is bringing in this spirit of fire for you to shove your butt forward. You're not meant to be this person forever. You're just not. And I think that's a relief for you to hear that. At the end of March, what's interesting is this. This is hospitality and abundance and currents. This spirit of fire is going to give way to a massive amount of abundance. But you have to kind of go with the flow of it. So when this fire comes in and is shoving you forward and cleansing everything and moving and so on, let it do what it needs to do. Don't fight it. Sometimes fire comes in and destroys everything so things can regrow. Sometimes it just pushes the bad out. Okay? The abundance is what matters there. So by just riding the currents and letting it take you where you need to go, that's where the abundance comes in. So let the fire sweep in. Let it clear out all the brush, all the bullshit, all the stuff that's holding you back, all the thorns and the bramble and just the nasty dead shit. Let it clear all that out so you can go forward with this hospitality and abundance. Okay? Going to be an interesting March for you. Good night, Timmy. Good. I'm glad, sugar. All right, Miss Tiffany Merriman, you ready? Timmy, you have a good night, sugar. All right, ready? I said, and the dog went, Cool. All right. Miss Tiffany, where you're at right now is a period of reflection, a period of looking around and not only looking at yourself, not only looking at those around you, but I have a feeling things are kind of being reflected back to you. The way that people are, the way that people should be, the way that people shouldn't be. Like the world is literally being reflected back to you. And I have a feeling that that's kind of gotten overwhelming lately because of the second card. What March is bringing to you is ambition and drive. Sometimes when we have the whole world reflected back to us, we kind of lose sight of our own goals, our own ambition, our own drive, our own push forward. Okay? March is bringing that back to you. And I don't think that this is just like a fire under your butt, whatever. This is your ambition shifting, moving, pushing you forward. Towards the end of March, what it's bringing is decision and performance and a massive impact on your life. This ambition and this drive is really going to cause you to look around and decide exactly what you do not want, what you don't want. Too many people try to lead with what you do want. But the thing is, you don't really know what you want until you know what you don't want. You may think, oh, I want this. And you're not specific about it. So you get this. And then you see all the bad with this. And you're like, I don't want this anymore. This is not what I asked for. So the universe takes this away. When you can narrow things down by knowing what you don't want, it helps you make this decision. It makes a humongous impact on you. That's exactly what March is bringing for you, Tiffany, is knowing what you absolutely do not want. And that's a fantastic place to be. It's a fantastic place to be. Okay? March is going to be, I almost said a level up, but I don't think that's quite right. It is, but it isn't. Does that make sense? All right. Eric, you ready? You waiting patiently back there in the wings? Or did I make you pass out? So I have Eric, Estella, Riley, and Sean. Ready? Here we go. Eric, right now, you're in a spot of reassurance and protection. And this is not the universe reassuring and protecting you. This is you having to be that for everyone else. While this is a fantastic place to be, it's also a very draining place to be, and it's a very shit place to be after a while. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's a lot. To be the protector of everybody around you, to be the one that gives all the reassurance and never to get any back yourself, it sucks after a while. It's draining. What March is bringing in for you is this. Diligence and resourcefulness. I'm not saying that you're going to continue to be the protector. You may continue to be the one that reassures everyone, but you're not going to continue to be the protector. Because the diligence and the resourcefulness is you finally taking care of Eric finally taking care of Eric first. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. You can't help anyone else if you're on the floor. And I have a feeling that you're on the floor. What March is going to do for you towards the end of March, what's coming, etc., is this. This is the brave traveler. The reason that you were put in this spot to be the protector and the reassurer for everyone around you is so you would learn how to do that for you. You would learn how to best protect and reassure Eric. March is bringing a new, traveling is not the right word, a new shift, a new path, a new direction. There we go. A new direction for Eric. With this new path, with this new direction, you're going to have to know how to protect yourself. You're going to have to know how to reassure yourself, yes, you are making the right decisions. Yes, you are doing the right things. Yes, you are saying the right things, etc. You wouldn't know how to do that if you hadn't been doing it for everybody else for so fucking long. It's like you were training the best way to make sure that Eric is good going forward. Because Eric's fixing to get a very interesting direction. All right, Miss Estella, you ready? Woo! How are you, sweet pea? Now I can't get the cards to want to draw. Like, what's up with that? Shit. There we go. Took a second. I was like, what the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for waiting up for me. All right, here you go, love. So you're in a place right now of reconciliation. And in looking at these other two cards right here, don't. Whatever it is that someone is trying to get you to reconcile, whatever a situation, a relationship, a job, whatever it is, no. The answer is no. Thank you, love. Because what March is bringing in for you is spring and new beginnings. Period. Pretty straightforward. And a yawn. You're welcome. That was extra. You don't have to reconcile shit. You don't have to reconcile shit. March is bringing in new beginnings. What's even better? You ready for this? You can't make this shit up. The end of March is bringing in opportunity. That's even better than the new beginnings, because it means the new beginning is you setting boundaries, is you knowing what's best for Estella, is you making sure you're doing the right thing for you, for your path. And it's not being selfish. It's making sure that you're good. And that brings you in awesome ass new opportunities. Who doesn't love that? And what's funny is, like, looking at all of these cards, not a single one of these seems a bad thing to me. Does that, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes when you're reading, like, well, this could be a double-edged sword. I don't think so. The only thing I think is a double-edged sword is this reconciliation right here. But I don't think it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think that you already know the answer, and I think that you already were leaning towards, I don't want to reconcile with you, but maybe you were on the fence because of whatever this person, situation, etc. is. But the answer is no. No second chances. No second chances. Okay? That makes sense, Mrs. Stella? And then all these opportunities throughout the month with spring and new beginnings to go into April with opportunities falling in your lap. I mean, that sounds like a fantastic fucking March to me. Sounds like a fantastic March to me. Want to trade? No, I'm just kidding. I haven't read for myself for March, so. I can't believe it's already March. Like, what the hell? That's crazy. All right, Miss Riley, you ready? So I have Riley and Sean. And then I'm going to take Miss Donna back to her Airbnb. And we're both going to face plant. Like, she's going to face plant there. I'm going to come here and face plant after I get out of the car, not while I'm in the car. Yeah, definitely don't face plant in the car. All right. Ready, Riley? Okay. So right now, this is the loyalty card. and me giving you a free yawn in there. I'm just going to start saying that. All right. This is the loyalty card, Riley. What March is bringing you is an opportunity. This is gateway, opportunity, and warning. Warning. I repeated that for a reason. This loyalty that you've held, I don't know if this, I have a feeling this is kind of with your job. This loyalty that you've held hasn't gone unnoticed in a good way and in a bad way. I'm just going to say it that way. So this opportunity, this gateway that's coming your way in March, really, really pay attention. Really pay attention to what it is that's being offered, that's being said, that's whatever it is, okay? And let me tell you this. According to this last card here, you don't need to make a decision right away. You don't. Because this card here, what's at the end of March, is guarding the treasure. You're the treasure. You're the treasure. You're the prize, Riley. So be very cautious and be very discerning when it comes to this decision. Like I said, this loyalty hasn't gone unnoticed on both sides in a good and a bad way. So make sure that you're paying attention to every aspect of this opportunity. Don't put yourself in a position that it causes you to lose some of the treasure. Does that make sense? Don't let people take advantage of you. Make sure that you're looking at every aspect of this opportunity. Okay? Yeah? Because that's not cool. I don't want anybody taking advantage of my Riley. All right? Because then I'll have to throat punch somebody spiritually. And I'm kind of tired of traveling. Y'all see me in your sleep lately? Tell me to go the fuck back home, because apparently I've not been sleeping. I've been traveling. It's another reason why I'm so goddamn exhausted all the time. So if you see me in your sleep, be like, look, Bodie, save me first, but go the fuck home. Because I promise you, I'll always come get you if you need me. However, tell me to go the fuck back home. All right, Sean, you ready? Sean's my last one. And then it's just the bedtime. Hey, Sean, how are you, sweet pea? You're welcome, Riley, honey. Well, I would like to not throw cards at myself, but it is what it is. All right. So, there you go. You're welcome. Y'all, I'm glad you're okay, sweetheart. I can tell you have stories. You want to know how? Because where you are right now is darkness and fog. We all have stories from the darkness and fog. That's where we get the best stories at. Nobody wants to hear the good, sweet, sweet stories. Everybody wants to hear the shit. Let me tell you some shit. This is darkness and fog. What March is bringing in is treasure, beauty, and design. And another yawn. Treasure, beauty, and design. that tells me that it's finally moving out of this fog, out of this darkness into something different. While I don't think this is like an overnight shift, I do think that it's a very quick shift, like a few days. You know what I mean? Just that gradual but very swift shift. This right here is seeing around you what the treasure is. And I'm not going to say who because it's not a person. It's way more than that. It's a way of looking at things. It's a way of being, an emotion. Does that make sense? Once this happens, this change, this shift, this emotions, this way of seeing things, you're really going to see around you how beautiful things actually are. It's almost like you've been wearing these super dark sunglasses that make everything look horrible. And they've been taken off. So you can see how beautiful everything is instead. Not replaced with rose-colored glasses. Just seeing how beautiful things actually are. Why am I yawning so much? Why am I yawning so much with yours too? Holy shit. Get some sleep, Sean. Get some sleep. What the end of March brings is this. This is the wisdom and insight card. This is the Odin card. You having this shift, from the darkness and fog to this treasure and beauty is a massive epiphany. It's also a lot of wisdom. This epiphany in March comes with a major dose of wisdom. And I think that's utterly fantastic because I have a feeling that the reason you've been in the darkness, the reason you've been in the fog is because you needed this insight and this wisdom. Sorry you had to learn it this way. But it's a fantastic thing overall. Does that make sense? Sean's about to shift the Sean that the Sean is. Sean is going to be a Shawnier version of the Sean. I like that. Shawnier version. It is worth it. And I love that you said it that way because a lot of times people are like, I don't want to go through the bad shit. Well, you can't get to the good shit until you get through the bad shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah. That being said, go get some sleep, Sean. And everybody else. And I'll see you guys later today at 2:30. The world can handle a Shawnee Sean version. I mean, can it really handle a more version-y version of any of us? I'm just saying. Just saying. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to go get Miss Donna back to her place. I'm going to come back here and face plant. And I'll wait till y'all see some of the shit we have for tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching here on YouTube. And if you guys want to go back and listen to your reading, it's over here. You can see all the things and the stuff. What is going on my computer? I just did something weird. Is what it is.